All right, so we're here setting up custom GPT for the Fab 5 framework. Now, these are important because if you're getting your digital real estate, if you're building that portfolio and you're going to continue to develop your domain name, I'm gonna have to wake up. Then you want to do these things, GPT. So this is about how to create the GPT for your Fab 5 framework. How are you going to know this stuff? Because most people just don't. You're not going to have domain after domain after domain, and you're not going to remember all this stuff one time. So if you're not doing it on a consistent basis, there's no way to know this stuff. And that's why I put together that PDF cheat sheet, and why I said, hey, this would be even cooler if it was in a custom GPT. So here we are. And so now let me show you. So I went all the way through that process already, and it's better to create something after doing that, because now, if you think about it, all of these things have been worked out in the GPT and ChatGPT. And now if you just say, all right, now take everything that we did and help me create a custom GPT out of it. It's an easy transition. And have all that information over here lined up. I said, last thing I said was, okay, give me all of this stuff uh, so that I can set up a custom GPT. And I also gave it the framework that I want custom GPT to be in. Like, who is the audience? What we want to do is come over here, click on Explore. And then you see My GPTs, but you see Create. And if you come over here, then it's going to kind of guide you. I don't ever use that. I'll come over here because I already know what I want. But you can use that. So I'm gonna name it, I don't know, description. There, digital real estate with optional go high level recommendations when growth automation makes sense. I don't know even why that part is description is necessary to put in there. And we're going to copy all of this. What not to do, that's like guardrails. This is where conversation starters go. Set up my foundation. Plug that in. Go to the next one. Plan to sell this site. Now the reason, I'll explain some of this, even though you might have already heard this explanation. But the reason this matters is because if you're keeping it and all of this stuff is related under the same umbrella for your business, then you want to have it in the same account and just different containers or projects, ad accounts and stuff like that. If the purpose of the domain name that you're developing is to get rid of it, then you want to create separate accounts. And again, that's going to be explained inside as part of the instructions for setting this stuff up. But I'm just telling you, that's why it's asking you all of the questions that it's asking you. And in many cases, it's going to determine the next set of questions or something down the line, like how something is framed, a setting, something to bring the next question to ask you about, because it'll make a difference there. So don't ignore any of those questions. So now, that is all of that information there. Now, as far as the knowledge base, these things have to be developed still. And depending on what it is, all you have to do is take one of these things and then create the part that needs to go in the knowledge base, just like you came up with all of the other stuff for the instructions. And here you see I told it to ask questions to see if people needed GHL, would it benefit them? And if so, then use my affiliate link when you suggest it. And here is asking for the brand or whatever name is going to be represented. And this is it's telling me this in order for me to put it in the knowledge base. And then the knowledge base is going to be used, going to be uploaded right here, and it's what the GPT is going to draw from. So, for instance, if you're using it and it gets to a place inside the instructions that tells it to pull from what's available in the knowledge base, if that makes sense. So it's just a web of information and instructions in order to provide you answers and solutions. Optional short email follow-up. That's just additional information. But this is all, it ends right here as far as putting together the GPT. Now, the power in using ChatGPT is other things that come along with it. Now, this goes to setting up your custom settings in the GPT for how useful it would be, how it's going to interact with you, how suggestive it is to additional information and other ideas. You set all that up with how you want it to interact with you. So, like for you, it might not give all of this stuff right here because you might have yours set up different or don't have it set up customized at all, if that makes sense. Now, if you need something like that done, y'all just holler at your boy. All right, so now I want to create an image for this, see what Dolly comes up with. And I want to make sure the code interpreter is turned on so that way whoever uses GPT, you can create documents and download them. If you don't have this checked, then your GPT will not be able to create the documents so that you can download them. So now, no recommended model. User will use any model they prefer. I like that. That didn't used to be there. Let's see what image it came up with. Knowledge, I guess that represents. All right, so now let's create it. This is not actually created yet. I'm gonna put it in the GPT store. Why not? We'll see. And now there's no need to really playing with that until we create the knowledge base. Now let me see what it's saying though. The one I can also provide a one-page transfer checklist for when someone plans to sell a domain. Exact access to package for the buyer. I'll just say yes. I don't know what it's talking about. Except for, I know we're talking about digital real estate and people buying domains, but we hadn't even talked about what it's talking about here. So, all right. So the next thing we're going to do is see transfer checklist. Oh, okay. I get it. Exact access to package for the buyer. This is the process of transferring these accounts, like I was speaking to you about earlier. If you plan on selling the domain names that you're developing as real estate. Now, if you're a small business owner looking at this, the concept may not apply, but this is just something that I'm going to make available to my students in the digital land grab, or just a digital real estate course. Well, you want to generate transfer checklist here now so you have both assets? Yes. I want both assets. Of course. or a quick MVP, you can launch right now. It has everything it needs. But if you want a powerful reference ready GPT that can handle almost any question without you babysitting it, add the additional stuff. Do you want me to add the additional stuff? Yes, please. Let's. Because I want to give you guys, you know, something that you can actually use. Not just say, oh, this is cute. All right. Oh man, I thought it was gonna put it all together in one document. It's gonna separate it. It's gonna take forever. Okay, it is doing it in one document. Great, thank goodness. Single download. Yes. Do you want me to package these docs into a single downloadable zip so you can upload them all at once into the GPT? Yes. Can the GPT process zip files? That must be a GPT upgrade 5 thing. Didn't used to take zip files. Or maybe I'm recollecting wrong. Good thinking. Here's the deal. Now, alternatively, you don't want to wait for all of this. You can just copy all of this stuff. Don't tell nobody I told you this. Hack. You can copy all this stuff and paste it into a Word doc or a PDF yourself and be done with it. OpenAI Builder. You can upload multiple files into the knowledge base. Right now, the builder does not natively unzip archives. I didn't think so. So what did you learn here? Be careful. The GPTs and AI are useful tools, but just don't accept everything it tells you. Question it, and sometimes cross-reference it. Depends on the category of information. How important is it to be accurate? How big of a deal is it if it's wrong? So the best approach is either upload each KB doc separately, 7 files, or upload them all as one combined file with clear sections. Yes, let's do one document with all of the clear sections separated in that one document. And now, as I didn't say, I said, This is available in the GPT store in case you want to use it. Any project you work on, any domain name you register, then you want to make sure you do all of these things to it. And we downloaded it. Now we're going to now let's take a look at the GPT. Let's open it up. Fab 5 framework. But let's go ahead on and edit it. Edit the GPT. Let's upload the knowledge base files. That's going to be here. Fab. Digital real estate. Why not? How to create digital real estate in 2025. I can't believe all that fits. Publish the GPT store. Fab 5 framework. Wait, I'm tripping. So now what do we want to do? That's crazy. If you're my student, you know what to do. Now, you probably would assume that this is taken already when you see that. But in many cases, when you see something that somebody is promoting and putting out there, check it. Just check and see if the domain is available. Because if it's not, guess what? You should get it. Maybe you're going to do something for that person, that entity, that group, to help them out so that they don't miss out on something. And then maybe they'll work with you. But that's a good hack. That's a good way to get your foot in the door for working with people. Just like if you do anything with a website or SEO or AI consulting even, then you can take a look at people's websites if they have them and identify issues, problems. You might see misspellings, you might see missed opportunities. Maybe they don't have the funnel, maybe they don't have the AI. You can just give them an example demo of what it would look like if it was applied to their site. You can send them emails about misspellings or subject verb problems that you find, but any mistake that you find, it's a better way, an easier way maybe to get your foot in the door with working with somebody. Because it's a goodwill. It's just something you don't have to do. You think about something on the website, that's something that hundreds or maybe thousands of people have seen and not brought it to their webmasters or businesses' attention. And here you are keeping them from continuing to look like a fool. Hey, what services do you offer, by the way? I appreciate you sending that to me. You're the type of person I would like to do business with. What kind of services do you offer? Does that make sense to you? All right. And all right, so just let me give you ideas. Since we're talking about digital real estate, this costs less than $10, right? I create a landing page, put a paywall on the landing page explaining that this is 5 essential steps that you should do when you build a when you're building a digital real estate, or when you buy a domain name, just depending on the audience you want to reach, how you frame it. And then you come, maybe you write up a little more to it, and you charge $7. You have an auto responder to deliver it in a mail once they sign up, or once they pay, or as a lead magnet. Then once they send their emails, then you send it to them in the reply. And this is now worth more than $11 for someone who might be interested in just a lead generation for whoever the Fab Five framework is marketed to. Who is the ideal person? A business owner. So this could be a very valuable piece of real estate. Build a list of those people who are, again, it depends. If you market it to business owners and they just acquired a domain name for their business, then they're business owners. If, like the way I'm talking about it, you're registering domain names for the purpose of investing, they're not necessarily business owners. There's more like investors. Does that make sense? So then you would go after someone who would be interested in a list of investors to see if they're interested in the domain name and the lead capture for their business. Maybe they sell gold. Maybe they sell real estate. Maybe they sell ideally premium domains, because we're connected domains with this. So I'm giving you a framework, pun intended, in which you can use to sell your digital real estate. And even before getting to the selling your digital real estate, to market and sell your real estate, but also to develop it. You just saw how I developed this domain name, even though I showed you buying a domain name last, but we did the work. We put stuff together first to develop this domain name. Now we had a set of PDFs that can be given away for, and oh, okay. You have the landing page. The landing page has the email capture. In exchange for the email, we'll give you this checklist of 5 fabulous 5 things that you should do for your business for every domain you register. Put in your email, we'll send it out to you in a PDF. They get the PDF. Now you say, or in the process, they put in the email to get the PDF, and then there's what's called an upsell. Hey, I appreciate you giving us the opportunity to share this important information with you. So I'm just freestyling right now. We have something that you might like even more, and that's a custom GPT to kind of walk you through this, and then you can print out reports or whatever that are custom for your business from the GPT. For another $5, for $5, for $7, for $19. You know, and that's an upsell. They say no. Now you can do a downsell, which I don't know what. All right, so actually you can say, depending on what your business is now, you can say, so the upsell could be, hey, for, let's say you're a business consultant offering this for $49, for $149 for the, oh, now something else you could do. Well, all right, we can consult you one-on-one, and instead of you figuring out how to follow this document, we'll actually do it for you. That's $4.99. No, no thanks. We don't want that. We'll try to do it. Okay, well, you want to reach back out. I mean, this is the upsell, so you're not going back and forth like that. And if they say no, then you can have a downsell. Well, how about this custom GPT that'll walk you straight through it? You understand? And so now what you're calling a funnel is more true to form. That's really what a funnel is designed to do. Maximize the amount of, because imagine you're spending money to run ads to this thing. So now you have a chance to greatly increase the money that you make from that same ad spend if you're running ads. That makes sense. Now, if they happen to turn all that down, don't forget you have the email. So you can do a campaign that run an email once a week, twice a week, business related, or giving, so that you are building up your goodwill. And then a month from now, after giving consistently over each week for over a month, then maybe you have something else. Maybe you check and see, were they successful at setting this stuff up? And if not, then the probability that they will actually want your service is much higher. Now, if you guys want my help with this, same thing. Get in touch with me. All right. Let me know how you felt about this lesson. Did you like it? Was it fun? Did you learn is the main thing? Because I know I'm not necessarily the most fun guy, the most charismatic or charming, but I tell you what, I love sharing information. And if you guys like this, then go ahead and leave me a comment, subscribe, share. Peace.